SM leaders as they share their expertise on leadership and business. Start your learning journey by clicking a masterclass episode that interests you.
How do you see yourself? How do others see you? Are they the same person? My name is Michelle Leslie Caelianos. I'm the Vice President for Mall Operations, Visayas. Let's talk about the brand called You. Think about the greatest brands and what they represent. Nike does not just sell shoes or apparel. It is about celebrating every athlete, which by Nike's definition is anyone who has a body. Apple is about simplicity, functionality, and innovation. Coca-Cola is happiness in a bottle. It is about joy, family, and good times. Volvo is said to be the safest car in the world. Now, people, like products, have brands too. Elon Musk is known as the technology playboy, a visionary entrepreneur, a charismatic leader with a bias for action. Steve Jobs is about his revolutionary innovation. Oprah Winfrey is synonymous with authenticity, empathy, and strength. And then there's you. Who are you? What are you known for? What is your brand? Personal branding is the process by which individuals differentiate themselves by focusing on their unique value proposition and then sending a consistent message and image to achieve the goal. Simply put, this is about your image, your reputation, expertise, credibility, your value. It is the sum of all your qualities that make you uniquely distinguishable. This is your story presented to the world. Now, it is something that does not happen overnight. It is built over time, and each one of us must deliberately put effort on shaping this, because a well-executed personal brand creates a strong, consistent, and specific association between you and your perceived value. The concept of personal branding is actually not new. It was popularized in 1997 by the management guru Tom Peters. I quote, "All of us need to understand the importance of branding. We are CEOs of our own companies, me Inc. To be in business today, our most important job is to be the head marketer of the brand called you." And then the World Wide Web and social media happened. In 2004, Facebook came into the picture, and anyone, as in literally anyone who had an account, had a brand, whether you liked it or not. So then let's get to know the brand called You. I want you to do this exercise with me. Take your cell phones out. Message 5 persons in your circle of influence, which should be a mix of friends, family, relatives, and colleagues, and then ask them this question. What are the top 3 things that come to your mind when you hear my name? Again, what are the top 3 things that come to your mind when you hear my name? Now, set your phones aside, and while waiting for their replies, list down the top 3 things that you believe best describe you. Now, once the replies start coming in, see their responses. List down the replies. Evaluate if their answers are consistent with yours. Now, do you recognize the person they are describing? Are you happy with their descriptions? Why brand yourself? Because you want to manage the perception, which is how you are viewed, versus the intention, which is how you want to be viewed. And they have to be in congruence. Branding yourself influences your ability to be sought after, mentioned, valued, and given a second, third, and fourth look, because people remember brands that are memorable. It It also allows you to take control of the impression that you make, the reputation that you build, and the total experience of dealing with you. It includes your knowledge, your experience, your behavior, and your appearance. Lastly, it helps you see a complete picture of yourself and empowers you to be able to manage how others view you. After all, don't we always wonder what other people say about us when we are not in the room? Let's talk about impressions. We know that you create an impression on the first 30 seconds to 2 minutes of interaction, and that 99% of the first impression is based on appearance, your posture, your facial expression, and the tone of your voice. You also never get a second chance to make a first impression, and in fact, the first impression you make is the lasting impression that others take. And because light travels faster than sound, you are always going to be seen before you are ever heard. Which means that even before you utter a single word, your visual image will say a significant amount about you as an individual, your perceived level of power and success, your intelligence, your competence, and your self-esteem and confidence. So, make sure that in any interaction, you are always ready to make a great impression. My suggestion is to mind your packaging. Just like in any product, a packaging is an integral part of a personal brand. A nice packaging gets you noticed. It gives the audience a glimpse about what the product is all about, and it even influences customers to buy. When you encounter a new product you've never tried, a lot of times you make a decision whether to buy it or not based on its packaging. And it's the same thing with personal brand. So, take care of your appearance and how you present yourself. Look good and feel good about the way you look, because this can make you feel good about yourself, and that radiates to your overall vibe. The ultimate packaging challenge is this: to ensure that your exterior is appealing and that this exterior is as much a genuine reflection of your interior as possible. Because your packaging ultimately relates to your professional image. And your professional image is actually the first step towards building your personal brand. The question is, are you delivering the right message? Do you get noticed for the right reasons? This is so basic that people tend to neglect it. That is why we have office dress code and are expected to behave in a certain prescribed way. Because as professionals, we represent the company, and our professional image should reflect what the company stands for. And so I encourage you to do a self-check. There are a lot of preferences out there. There are basic rules that we need to follow. For example, on clothing, know the colors that suit you. Go for timeless pieces instead of the very trendy ones. I mean, just because it's trendy doesn't mean it's bagay to all. Very importantly, make sure it's the right fit. When grooming, check your makeup, your perfume, your hair, your manicure. A sure image buster is when your roots are shown. On poise and posture, do you slouch? Fidget maybe? Mind your language and your tone of voice. A positive attitude is always appreciated. And yes, mind your internet and social media presence. More and more people are Googling you. They stalk you on IG and FB. Potential employers and clients don't like to relate with someone who is so negative or speak ill about their company and their bosses. But like I said earlier, The external image is just the first step. It's what gets noticed, but what gets you remembered and ultimately valued is the combination of all that is you and what you have built over time. So let me now share with you some tips in helping build the brand. First and foremost, be authentic. Your brand should be an honest reflection of who you are, what you stand for, and what you represent. It should not be a fake persona or a mask that you portray or put on just to get attention or a desired outcome. People will see through a fake facade. It is also not something that you just say, it is something that you live. Authenticity gives your brand substance. To establish authenticity, the first step is clarity of purpose. One of the frameworks that I find useful is the Golden Circle by Simon Sinek. Start with the why. Why do you do what you do? What drives you? What motivates you? And then your how represents your beliefs, and this is what makes you special and different. Your what is the end product, the behaviors you allow the world to see. My tip, do not try to be someone you are not. Do not just try to fit in. Be your own person. Be who you are. The next one,
Myra Ultimate. Mahalagang paalala, ang Myra Ultimate ay hindi ka hindi dapat gamitin paggawa sa anumang uri ng sakit. Doble na ba